The main sponsors of the channel are OBSBot and GeekBuying.com. Hi, I'm Bense, and in today's video I'd like to introduce the latest product from WeLock, which is none other than the Smart Lock U81 Smart Lock you can see next to me. This is a smart lock specifically made for the European market, so that's what we'll be talking about in this video. But before we get into it, WeLock has provided me with a Touch 51 smart lock, which I've actually already showcased on the channel before, including installation and all sorts of useful information. They sent me a brand new unopened Touch 51 smart lock, so I'm going to give this away to one of you. You don't have to do much to enter, just follow WeLock on YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. Of course, I'll put all these links in the video description. Also, make sure to follow me on YouTube and comment that you're done. I'll pick a winner from the commenters, so I wish everyone the best of luck. You'll have the chance to win this unopened Touch 51, and as I said, it only takes a few steps. It's important that you have a Hungarian address, or at least a shipping address in Hungary, since that's where I'll send the prize. You'll have 2 weeks from the time this video is posted, so help boost the algorithm, hit like and leave your comments. Good luck to everyone. This is not a cheap smart lock you could win. Getting back to the subject of this video, which is the Smart Lock U81, this is of course a brand new smart lock from WeLock. The first thing you need to know about it is that if you don't want to keep searching for your keys all the time and really struggle with forgetting them at home, locking yourself out, not having your keys with you, losing them, leaving them in the car, whatever, if you don't have your keys, then this type of smart lock, or if this has ever happened to you before, this type of smart lock can save you from that trouble, since it offers 6 different ways to get in. You can get in with a PIN code, you can get in with Bluetooth, of course using your phone, you can get in with a fingerprint or with RFID. If you buy it, or if you choose the package for the WeLock where the Wi-Fi box is included, which I've actually shown earlier on the channel, then you can get in using your smart home, meaning you'll also be able to enter by voice command. That's because you'll be able to connect it to Wi-Fi, and as a result you'll even be able to control it with Amazon Alexa. Then all you have to say is, Alexa, open the door, and your smart lock will open for you thanks to the Wi-Fi Plus with the help of the Wi-Fi box. So you'll really be able to use this type of smart lock in a lot of different ways. But let's take a look at what's in the box if you decide to buy it. By the way, you'll find a discount coupon in the video description which will let you get it at a much better price than its usual market price, since it normally costs around 250 euros. But with my video coupon code, you can get it much cheaper, so make sure to use it, because this is really a great product and it doesn't just make getting in easier for you, but for your whole family as well. Even if you run or operate an Airbnb, this type of smart lock is designed for you. You don't have to struggle with those little wall-mounted combination key boxes anymore. Instead, you'll be able to provide your Airbnb guests with a much more professional way to access the property. Through the app, you can easily manage the codes you've issued, delete them or add new ones with just a few taps. If a new guest arrives, you can simply assign them a new code. Of course, this ensures that the previous guests can't get in anymore, so you really have a lot of options for this. You can give them an RFID card to get in, and the system can handle a lot of those. It can really store a huge number of RFIDs, plenty of PIN codes, and lots of fingerprints for you. So really, whether it's new colleagues in an office or people entering a larger store, you have a ton of possibilities for this. So you can assign 200 PIN codes, 200 new fingerprints, 200 RFIDs, and then there's also the Bluetooth phone-based entry option, so the number of ways to get in and the number of people you can grant access to is practically limitless. You can manage all of this super easily from the app, so I can only recommend it to everyone. But let's take a look at what's in the box. Of course, our smart lock is included, already in a pre-assembled state like this. Obviously, this one has already been tested. It comes with a removable silicone part, behind which you'll find the physical key connection or unlocking method, so that's also an option here. Naturally, the box also contains 2 decorative pieces for the lock, which you can screw on, but of course you can also attach them with double-sided tape if you don't want to drill into your door. There's a user manual included, which contains all sorts of useful information. You'll find everything you need for entering RFID cards, fingerprints, and PIN codes, so make sure to go through it. It's quite a comprehensive guide, but it can really help you a lot. And of course, everything can also be set up in the app. There are also 2 physical keys included, which, as I mentioned, are for manual unlocking. There's a black silicone cover included as well, which can be swapped out so it fits your door better. You get 3 RFID cards, and you can actually order more if you want. For installation, it comes with all kinds of extra screws. Here are 2 of them, and actually, there are 4 wood screws included as well. You also get an extension piece, so if you have a longer or wider door, you can use this to extend it. Just remove the inner knob, add the extension, and you can easily install it even in a thicker door. Of course, I'll go over this in more detail when I talk about the technical specifications. And for the installation, you also get an Allen key included, and that's it. The 4 batteries you see inside are not included. I brought those myself, but I brought the wrong kind, as you'll find out later in the video. So that's everything you can find in the box. Let's take a look at the technical specifications of this smart lock. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this U81 smart lock model allows for 6 different entry or unlocking methods. You have the option for fingerprint unlocking, PIN code entry, RFID card access, Bluetooth entry using the app and with the mechanical key, which I already showed you during the unboxing. Additionally, if you purchase the Wi-Fi box, you can connect to the smart lock via Wi-Fi, and then with various smart home assistants like Alexa, you'll even be able to unlock the lock using voice control. As I mentioned in the video, it allows for up to 200 PIN code entries, 100 fingerprints. At the beginning of the video, I cheated a bit and said 200, but actually it supports 100 and 199 RFID entries. Naturally, the app logs all entries, so you can review them later. You can also save the assigned RFID cards, fingerprints, and PIN codes under different names. This way, if you use it in an office building or an office, you can track when colleagues arrive, so it can easily function as an access control system, showing when a colleague starts their workday or when they leave. Of course, it comes with a European standard profile cylinder lock, compatible with door thicknesses from 60 to 115 millimeters, and it also includes a spacer that adds an extra 50 to 90 millimeters, so you'll be able to adjust this part over quite a large range. As you remove this ball head part here, you can extend it further, which means you can really use it even for very thick doors. It operates with 4 pieces of Tato AA batteries, but of course these are not included in the package. You'll need to install them down here, but I'll show you how to do that. It has IP65 protection, and the housing itself is made of stainless steel and PC plastic. It really doesn't require much expertise either in terms of its features or installation, since you only need to replace the lock cylinder, which is held in place by a single screw, just like with regular doors. So honestly, we'll be able to operate and install this super easily. So now I'm going to show you how to install it, but really it's just a matter of unscrewing a single screw, and from then on you'll be able to set it up easily. Let's see where the battery needs to be inserted. As I mentioned, the 4 8AA batteries are not included in the package, so you'll need to provide those yourselves. By the way, these batteries can generally power the device for about 10 to 12 months, depending on how frequently it is opened and closed and how it is used. Using it in the standard way does not drain the batteries much, but if you use it via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, then you might run into issues, or the batteries may drain faster. So this is where you actually need to place the AA batteries. Sorry, it actually requires AAA batteries, but I brought AA ones. It needs AAA batteries. We'll continue in a moment. So after purchasing the correct batteries, we'll be able to easily get the device up and running. As I mentioned, our lock requires 4 AA batteries. Now I have them here, and we'll be able to insert them properly by following the pictograms inside. Once you insert the battery holder, it already makes a beeping sound, and our little smart lock has actually turned on. Right away it asks us to choose a language, so we do that and set up our little lock. It immediately shows us a time, which is actually almost correct, unlock info, so let's see how and in what way we need to set this up, and then I'll show you a user or installation guide. But as I said, I think that's going to be the most straightforward part of this whole smart lock. Now, after we've inserted the battery, pressing any button will activate the new fingerprint reader section. Obviously, I've already added my own fingerprint, so if I place my finger here now, it immediately activates, and from this point on, it will be able to turn the internal lock mechanism. Then, after a short period, it resets itself to continuous rotation mode, and from then on, you can only open or close the door using the rear knob. It can't be opened from the outside anymore. By the way, if you remove this little rubber-like thing from the lock, you'll find the slot for the physical key here, and from this point you can also open the smart lock itself using the physical key. On this small display you can see that navigating is quite a hassle, but thank goodness we have a really great manual thanks to the lock, which shows you what to do, how, where and when, what to press and which menu you'll enter. So everyone should definitely read this because it's pretty important if you want to set things up properly. I won't be demonstrating this in the video because I think it would require a separate episode just to show every entry, adding different RFIDs for everyone, naming them and everything else. In a previous video, I already showed this in the app. You can also manage all the logs here very nicely. The first moment is when it detects each of my new fingerprints. It's pretty wild. So the first step is when you register your new fingerprint, and from then on you'll be able to use it. I'm telling you, installation is super simple. You just need to remove this little pin, this little head, actually this beautiful head. Here's where you'll find the screw. You take it off, use the extension if needed, and once you put it back, it'll fit into your door lock. So this part is fixed, it stays in place. After you've removed the doorknob, you can attach one of these lock cylinder parts. You can screw it on, of course, but it also comes with a self-adhesive part, so you can just stick it on and it'll look normal. If, for example, you don't want to use this upper part, but you want to put on a nicer looking piece, that's also possible, so you can use these parts optionally. On the other side though, it definitely needs to look proper. For those who might not have one of these, so for the handle part, this is available separately, or it comes separately, then you can nicely attach it here, because there are doors, inserts, or lock cylinders, that are much larger, and the handle is already on them. This is needed if the cover part for the handle is much smaller, and then you can put this on there, but I'll show you this at our place. We won't need to use the two little accessories because the decorative cover on our door is big enough, so that's basically it. As you could see in the video, the installation is really a piece of cake. It doesn't require any special expertise. You don't need to call a locksmith or anything like that. Just one screw and it's already in place. From that point on, however, you'll need to set up the RFID, the new fingerprint, and the PIN codes using the functions described in the manual. Of course, you can also do this with the help of the app, but when registering new fingerprints, make sure to pay attention to the display, because the smart lock will also give you instructions there. By the way, you can control everything within the app itself, just like with the previous models. The app looks the same here as well, since you have to use the same one, so I think it's unnecessary to go into detail. Everyone just downloads it, adds the smart lock itself, and from then on you can control and operate it. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you now have the chance to win a Touch 51 smart lock from me, which I've already introduced before, complete with installation instructions, app usage, and specifications. So if you'd like to win one, all you have to do is follow the links in the video description to follow WeLock and me here on YouTube and leave a comment saying done. The draw will take place 2 weeks after the video is published, so if you want to win one, feel free to share the video, send it to your friends. Even if they don't need it, they can win it for you. So let the comments roll in. Thank you so much for watching this video as well. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, follow me, and join in the giveaway. Of course, if you have any setup difficulties, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to respond. Since I have the U81 here with me, I hope I'll be able to answer any questions you might have. Thank you so very much for joining us today. Your presence has truly made this event special, and we are incredibly grateful for your time and attention. We hope you have enjoyed your experience with us. It has been a genuine pleasure having you here. We wish you all the best and look forward to the possibility of seeing you again. Goodbye for now, and please take care.